I'm Tiffanny Hammonds. I also go by Face of Nation, and I'm a full-time artist, muralist, and community specialist, organizer, whatever. I'm just here to serve. We are at 765 Broadway Gallery at the He's Not Done With Me Yet exhibit. I was in a season of not painting for a plethora of reasons. I recognize that a really clear indicator of how I'm feeling about myself, or even just where my mental health is, or when I'm in a place of struggling, that I don't paint. And typically I find a way to paint something else than what I typically paint. So I was in a season of just not wanting to paint, and I was really depressed. I was super anxious, just kind of disoriented and just separate from myself. And I was just in a place where I was like, God, what was the point of even giving me any gifts? Like, what was the point of, giving me the ability to sing to any degree? What was the point of giving me the ability to paint? What was the point of giving me anything? Like, I've misused it, I've abused it, I don't honor it, I don't care about it, I don't even think it's good enough. I don't think my painting's good enough, so why would you make me a painter? I don't think my voice is good enough, so why would you make me a singer? Like, what was the point? If you knew that I was going to be so fiercely disabled by my own self-doubt, why? And I texted my mom and I was like, hey, I don't want to say I'm suicidal, but I don't want to be here, because I'm tired of this guilt and this frustrating feeling of feeling like I'm not completing what I need to complete or doing what I need to do. And typically my mom is one to war in the spirit. She's one of the most fiercest spiritually in tune people that I know. And she just texted me a video of myself singing. Who am I to deny what my Lord will do? And it was literally the day before that I was singing, and I was singing a song called More Than Able by Maverick City. And the song ends, and the part that she was sending to myself, which was funny enough because my mom doesn't always get outside. I was singing, He's Not Done With Me Yet, there's so much more to the story. So I stopped painting portraits altogether after a lot of passing, because that was, again, the era that I hated painting. I couldn't finish anything because the idea of details, literally not just bored me, but it just made me anxious. So not being able to complete things or get things correct. I think because I was such at a place of out of control. I couldn't control the fact that my dad was gone. I couldn't control that my brother was gone. I couldn't control, that my grandma had dementia. I couldn't control the fact that I was a kid. I couldn't control a lot of things. So being in a space where I had to constantly fix details in a face made me crazy. And I was like, I don't want to do this at all. I don't have any motivation. I don't have any passion. And so I was at Fab 5, and it was during COVID, so no one was there. And I was just in this big warehouse with, so much paint supply, so many artistic things at my hand. Um, and I was like, I'm going to just do whatever I want to do. And I had these like little sketches that I would do here and there. But it was mostly because my mom definitely made me the person that sketches on like meeting notes. And like, yeah, I just, I just had random faces. And I decided to deconstruct kind of like the first part of the portrait. So I would start the idea of a portrait on paper, and it would just be like an outline of like where the eyes and the nose would be and the lips and stuff like that. But I wouldn't shade it in. And it was just kind of like, you know, like the sketches of like, here's the eyes or whatever. And so I start making art on the side of like pretty much the portraits without any detail, because that was the part that kind of like struck me the most. And I got this big piece of wood, I got some paint, and I made the It Takes a Village piece. And I posted it on Instagram just because I was like dilly-dallying around, and people responded well to it. And I was like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, this is fun, like, you know, it's cool. And then I was like, oh, well, I can do other colors and I can do other things. And yeah, so I pretty much just like got into different colors and textures, and it was inspired by like using colors as a thing. So like when I first started doing face donations, having a key was a really big thing. So having a meaning to every color. Like in the piece behind me, like green was the peacemakers, I think yellow was those who bring hope, and then orange was like the game changers. So every color like had a message to it. Just for my love of Hilltop and housing, and like just the grief that displacement in the community caused me, like I had to do an ode to the hill. So I would say that mural is more of like an ode to the hill for me, because yeah, it was really just speaking, because the way that it's layered, like I said, was like kind of like it's like the water, the foundation, and then the fruit. Is I remember kind of like how it was about, was kind of like what's gonna come, and it's speaking to the generations and the vibrancy of the spirit that can come if we relay the ground, right? If we actually create a foundation that is fertile ground, what can come from it, right? And I thought about the tree that was planted by the water, right? And how it's strong because it's able to feed. And so those elements were also within there. And so I think some people say it's like either a rainbow or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, because there's so many colors in it. But I just wanted it to be fruitful and I wanted it to be vibrant. And then also the young people at the Peace Lutheran Community Center were also, I remember going them, telling them what gentrification was. And I gave them like Crayola crayons and whatever, and outlines of the building before I went and did it. And I took their drawings, and the colors that are on the out surface were inspired by their color blocking and their vibrancy. Because even if they do or don't remember, I want them to see buildings and, you know what I'm saying? Some part of their brain be like, I did this when I was a kid, you know, or I did this, you know, when I was a teen, and now I see it around me. Because I think also with displacement is that young people grieve too, and they grieve in ways that they don't always aren't aware of. And so my excitement was like, oh, now you have something that is not just from your hands, but like I have the gift of being able to, you know what I'm saying? Like make it come to life in a way that's also creating affordable housing, in a way that's also creating, hopefully, longevity. You know what I'm saying? For us and Black and brown folks to be here and exist in the Hilltop. Like the Hilltop is my love. I love the Hilltop. Like people call me a Tacoma artist. Yes, I love Tacoma down bad, but I love Hilltop more. Like it's not New Tacoma, it's Hilltop. It's forever Hilltop. I'm forever Hilltop. I am the product of Hilltop, and I hope to make Hilltop proud. And so it was a privilege